Good morning, my friends. We have a lot to talk about. Good morning, my friends. We have a lot to talk about. We are A2Z Investor, and I am Romeo the Professor. If you hear a lot of noise, that's because I'm on another part of the country at a resort enjoying myself, but I have to share the news with you. I have to share the news with you. It's February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. If you're new to this channel, we talk about crypto, Forex, stocks, real estate, and that's what we invest in. So subscribe to this channel so that you can get exclusive training, Bitcoin, altcoin news, technical analysis, forecast for the best cryptos to buy based on the latest topics. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Bitcoin. Will it hit $50,000 for the day of Valentine's? I call that the Elon Musk effect. Also, Morgan Stanley, 150 billion unit plans to bet on Bitcoin. Everybody's betting on Bitcoin right now. Everybody's betting on Bitcoin. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Everybody's better get Bitcoin. Then we're going to do a coin market cap to see where Bitcoin is currently at right now. As you can see, the last 7 days, it did about 26% increase, okay? So before I start, I want to let you know that I'm not a financial advisor. None of our topics we talk about is construed as investment advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. So please subscribe now before we start. And throughout the video, we'll share with you our watch list, our latest prices, and coins that we're watching. So let's start. Roses are red, violets are blue. Bitcoin hit 49K, and it's a new all-time high too. Yes, the reason it's an all-time high, I believe right at $39,000, Elon Musk dropped $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, and now we're on the bull market. I do believe we're going to hit $50,000 for Valentine's Day. I do believe it. Yes, I do believe it. Now, sorry about the news again. I say sorry about the noise, okay? There are three reasons why Bitcoin surged above $38,000 resistance, because that was the resistance point. Three main reasons. So let's start with the reasons, okay? Now, high stablecoin inflows were key. Throughout the past several days, Bitcoin consolidated right between $38,000 and on. According to the data, CryptoQuant, a data analytics platform, the stablecoin supply rose significantly as it railed from the mid 30,000 region. Okay, so now this trend is highly optimistic because it shows that the rally was not just driven by an over-leveraged future market. In fact, it was genuine demand for the spot market that led to the uptrend. Okay? Now, so we see this. When the price of Bitcoin hovers under key resistance area for a long time, it increases the probability of Bitcoin dropping to lower support area to tap lower liquidity. This is partially the reason why Bitcoin regularly drops to around 44,000 before it eventually impulse rally above 38,000. So let's see what Morgan Stanley is currently doing. Okay, so Morgan Stanley, 150 billion unit plan to bet on Bitcoin. Do you hear that? Do you know what that means? One of the oldest banks now are planning to bet on Bitcoin. I mean, do you understand what that means? Okay, let's read. So, according to February 13, about a day ago, Bloomberg Counterpoint Global 150 billion unit of American multinational investment bank Morgan Stanley is exploring a Bitcoin bet. Okay. Morgan Stanley foray into Bitcoin is anything but certain at this point, and the banking giant could still choose not to invest in the cryptocurrency. Just the thought alone is a good thing. Just the thought alone is a good thing. Okay, people? Don't be fooled. Just the thought alone is a great and massive thing. So, let me have you read about Bank of Mellon. So, can banks be their own bank? Dutch Bank, Bank Mellon plan to custody services. Okay. So, as multiple banks prepare crypto custody services, holders now have to flip an old Bitcoin saying on its head. Are the banks prepared to be their own bank? So we got Bank of New York Mellon, the oldest bank in the United States, announced they would be providing custody solutions, ceding to pressure from institutional investors likewise. Documents from December indicate that Deutsche Bank is also planning a custody solution along with trading and token assurance services. There's a lot of massive changes in this business that's happening. Like, it's a paradigm shift, a huge paradigm shift. However, while both banks are well established and have experience handling a wide range of assets, that doesn't necessarily mean they are prepared for crypto custody services. So I believe if you've been in exchange in the crypto currency market, you're well prepared. The banks are right now are trying to find themselves, trying to hire the right person. So they're behind. They're behind because digital assets are totally different than traditional assets like bonds, stocks, and treasury bills. Digital assets are decentralized by design, and their ownership is therefore reliant on a total different model that cannot reuse the existing centralized infrastructure of traditional banking. That's why most of the banks will fail, because they're trying to use the old ways of doing banking for the new way of working with coins. That just does not work. Okay, just does not work. Now, only a few crypto exchanges like Kraken, Gemini, and Binance are investing a lot of money to prove proper internal controls of their personal private key management protocols. Okay. Now, if the big banks want to approach security, right, they effectively have three options. Said Hitler. They can contract with an existing regulated custodian. They can build their own custody infrastructure and get it regulated, or they can buy a custody technology from a vendor and use it and get it regulated. I would, if it was me, it's an easy route. I would contract an existing regulated custodian and go that route for a couple of years until I learned the business. That's what I would do. Particularly if the banks opt to build their own solution, the expenses and time can pile up quickly. The banks will have to hire dedicated developers, allocate large investments for infrastructure, and include data centers and servers and run the regulatory gamut. The process alone can take 6 to 12 months. People, I'm going to tell you right now, they don't have 6 to 12 months. 6 to 12 months, they'll be left behind. Okay, so a market leader will pop up and become a market leader in this. Okay, now, regardless of the route the banks take, Pellin says that it's a sign of crypto growing legitimacy that banks like BNY Mellon want to provide custody solutions. Additionally, as crypto total market grows and the value of assets for institutions and even some individuals soar, secure custody solution will become increasingly important. You can't protect 5, 10, 50 billion dollars in Bitcoin with a garbage-based server or an air-gapped computer located in a bunker in the Appalachian Mountain. You have to put it in a place, a fully redundant, resilient, secure, certifiable, and auditable custody infrastructure that can scale and empower millions of users and support hundreds of thousands of digital asset transactions in a month. The future success and adoption of digital assets and of digital asset management industry will depend on it. Yay! So let's look at where Bitcoin currently is right now. So right now we're on market cap, coin market cap, and as you can see, Tesla did went into Bitcoin right at 37,990, and so we're having the Elon Musk effect, by the way. Bitcoin right now is sitting at 49,479. I do believe it'll hit the 50,000 mark, and that's a 26% increase within the last 7 days. That's what we call the Elon Musk effect, people. Ethereum within the last 7 days is producing. I mean, within the last 7 days, I would say we have had movement, period. Polkadot, Cardano, Litecoin, 48%. So we have had a lot of movement. I am Romeo the Professor, and this is Bitcoin, and we're letting you know today's Valentine's Day, and we believe Bitcoin will hit $50,000. Please subscribe to this channel, and please comment what you think about what I said below. I am Romeo the Professor with A2Z Investor. I'm out.